live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Vandercook Lake School Superintendent Melissa Bradfield, Jackson TSC Manager from MDOT, Kelby Wallace. Meet the JTV staff with Directors of First Impressions, Trish LaFear and Dana Vance. From the Frank Center for the Arts for the Ice, Wine, Beer, and Blues event, Jacob Gates. And a visit with Experience Jackson 2 Axe Play. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, David. Good afternoon and welcome. Hopefully our last super cold day for a while. Right now it's 6 degrees and our wind chill is minus 11. The cold weather advisory that had been in effect for the last couple of days has expired, so things will be improving, but winds will be strong throughout the afternoon. Gusts as strong as 30 miles an hour, and with our single-digit temperatures and those winds, our wind chills will remain below zero. So bundle up if you're headed out. Tonight, our overnight low will actually rise. Late this afternoon, we'll start to see the temperature increase into the evening, and our overnight temperature will be at the best 16 degrees. But we'll still have strong winds, and wind chills could be at 0 or below overnight tonight. For Thursday, snow showers a possibility, and a warm spell. Could be 25 degrees for a high on Thursday. Continued windy. Cold Thursday night. Friday, a little bit cooler than Thursday, high of 20, and then back up on Saturday with clouds and a high of 29. Sunday, mostly cloudy, 26, and then next week we could see the freezing mark of 32 degrees by Tuesday. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I think we can take comfort in it's not just us. The whole country, pretty much the whole Northeast, Midwest, Southeast, and Mid-South are experiencing extremely unusual weather with super cold temperatures and snow. As far as snow for us, maybe some showers in the next day or two. And that's lake effect, no system coming our way. And there you have it, today's weather brought to you by Kelly Express. Thank you, Kelly Express. Check out the all-new Kelly Express on the corner of Michigan and Robinson. It's super awesome. And in a matter of weeks, they will have that full-service kitchen open with pizza, sandwiches, breakfast burritos, and so much more. In the meantime, though, you can get quality mobile gas, your favorite snacks and beverages, and there's a walk-in beer well cooler at Michigan and Robinson Kelly Express. The special for pizza this month, a large specialty pizza with bread for $24.99 at South Street, Jefferson Road, Napoleon, Grass Lake, and County Farm Road. Let's look outside. It's been looking pretty cold all week, and yes, the cold weather continues. Snow on the roof is a good sign. It means your insulation at the roof is pretty good. The bird just dived through there. What do the birds do when it's so cold?
I don't know. That bird did not look happy. It looked like it was on its way somewhere.
The bird was in a death spiral. I don't know. You know, their legs are so thin, and when it's 20 below zero, I would think they just snap. They'd be snapping. I don't know. I think birds, well, they're built for cold weather. Well, some birds. Those of you that could use some reprieve from the cold and seek some warmth, we do have some warming centers throughout the area. T.A. Wilson on Morrell Street, the Village of Spring Meadows on Cherry Blossom and Jackson, the Salvation Army on Pearl Street, Martin Luther King Community Center at MLK. That goes until 9 p.m. All Jackson District Library branches are open for warming shelter. The Jackson County Department on Aging and the Jackson Interfaith Shelter, all available to just pop in and warm up. With the super cold temperatures and wind chills, it's dangerous to be outside and have your skin exposed for as little as 15 minutes. You could get frostbite in as little as 20 minutes, so be careful out there. Today is the 22nd of January. It is Answer Your Cat's Questions Day, and I wonder if Noah's doing that. We do have several people with cats. It's come in from the cold day, how appropriate. Library Shelfie Day, and that's where you go to the library and you take a selfie in front of a library shelf, and it's called a library shelfie. Has anyone here done that? Gone up the street and... Brandon, why don't you run up there and get a library...
Let me just get my coat. I'll be right there, okay?
All
Let me
right.
go get my coat.
It's National Hot Sauce Day. That would be good on anything, and in particular, Southern foods, because it is also National Southern Foods Day. Brandon, can you name your favorite Southern food?
Southern fried chicken.
Southern fried chicken. I'll take that.
I don't know, would mac and cheese
Yeah.
be considered Southern?
Mac and cheese would be,
Really
yeah.
Southern, yeah.
My
I don't mind
sister's
grits.
grits.
I don't mind
there you
grits.
go.
Yeah, grits are pretty good.
Grits, especially
Yeah.
with sugar on them. Turn them into cream of wheat.
Yeah, or hot butter, and you're good to go
Hot
as
butter,
well.
yeah. My sisters live in North Carolina. Every New Year's, they have black-eyed peas and collard greens as part of their dinner, and that signals a year of good luck.
Hmm.
They taste awful, but that's the only bad luck of the year. It is National Polka Dot Day, and I believe Sarah is wearing polka dots.
She is, yep,
today.
she got the memo.
It was on this day in 1968, Lady Soul, the 14th studio album by Aretha Franklin, was released, and it was the album of the year in 1968. An awesome album. 1908, Katie Mulcahy was arrested. 1908, arrested. Today she wouldn't be arrested for this. What do you think it was? 1908. What was
Jaywalking?
Katie, I'll give you a hint. It's because she was a woman. She was doing something that at the time wasn't considered womanly. What could that be? I'll tell you. She was smoking. She was arrested for violating the Sullivan Ordinance, banning women from smoking in public.
I never knew that was a law.
I did not know that.
Wow.
She was fined $5, and she was brought before the judge, and she told the judge, I give her a lot of credit for this, I've got as much right to smoke as you have. I never heard of this new law, and I don't want to hear about it. No man shall dictate to me. So there. Good for you, Katie.
Yeah.
1857, National Association of Baseball Players is founded in New York, 1857. And on this day in 1970, the Boeing 747 took off on its first scheduled flight on Pan Am Airlines. The jumbo jet flew from New York to London, and it was a luxury experience.
Speaking of smoking, I think that last picture you can see a guy smoking in the background.
Oh
there.
yeah, smoking not only was allowed, it was encouraged.
Why not?
Yeah, they practically handed out cigarettes on these flights. And the food, I don't know if you've had food on an airplane lately, but my recommendation is don't eat it. Don't eat anything they give you unless it's wrapped in plastic by the manufacturer. But back in the day, you could get, I would say, what's a Chateaubriand?
Yeah, we.
Yeah, carving up, and you know, the latest magazines were available. Remember magazines? I think
I
she's
do,
reaching
yeah.
for a Look magazine. or a Life magazine, and apparently the alcohol was available in copious quantities. And every child got a gift from Pan Am. I don't know what it is. Is it marshmallow bunnies? I don't know. Maybe a plane. Cigarettes.
The kid version.
No. But yeah, those were the days. Yeah, the jumbo jet. And on this day, 1981, a month and a half after the shocking assassination of John Lennon, on January 22nd, 1981, Rolling Stone magazine's cover was a tribute to John Lennon, and it hit the newsstands on this day. And it was a portrait of John Lennon and his wife, Yoko Ono. And you're probably wondering, well, why aren't we showing it? Well, John Lennon was naked on that cover. Yoko had all her clothes on, but John, naked. They say we have
They're
it.
looking at it right now.
They have it. You can look it up, but Annie Leibovitz was the photographer of that iconic photo. In your mind, you can probably picture it. All that happened in our past. Now to today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. And here at Jackson College today, we have Puffs Open Auditions. It's Welcome Week at Jackson College. Activities all this week. For instance, they've got trivia tonight in the Jets hangar. They've had scavenger hunts, luncheons, all kinds of things to welcome students back to college. And one thing that students can do is be in the next play. Good news, you don't have to be a student. Anybody from the community is welcome to come and attend open auditions for the spring production of Puffs, or 7 Increasingly Eventful Years at a Certain School of Magic and Magic. Open to all JC students, staff, and community members. Auditions are at 5 p.m. today in the Michael Bauman Theater, Potter Center, Jackson College Central Campus. They need quite a few people for this show, so if you want to be in it, come on out. You can get more details on what the show's all about. It's a Harry Potter kind of show, and the details of the cast that they need also at jccmi.edu. The I Read Book Club is today from 5 till 6 p.m. at the Summit branch of the Jackson District Library. This is for tween and teens, grades 6 through 12. Sporkle Trivia Night is tonight from 7 till 9. Join us for Sporkle Trivia Night every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Free to play, win prizes, and have fun. It's at Grand River Brewery in downtown Jackson, and they are going to do this every Wednesday. Thanks to our sponsor of the day today. We salute and thank our sponsor of the day, Seymour Ford in Jackson. Seymour Ford Lincoln, a great team of service and sales and body shop professionals. They are anxious to help you get in a new or used vehicle. We've got a great selection at Seymour. Thank you, Seymour Ford, for being one of our great sponsors, longtime sponsor of JTV and JTV Sports. Thanks so much. Great water here at JTV. And are we keeping it from icing over, Brandon?
We're trying.
All right, we've got water from Tri-County Water, and they've been serving our community since 1966. A fine family-owned company, Tri-County Water. Well, we have a great lineup of guests on the show today, and we're grateful that you're with us, and we welcome new viewers, those who are off work or off school because of the weather. Thanks for spending time with us. We have, from Vandercook Lake Schools, the newly named superintendent, Melissa Bradfield. Melissa got a promotion at VCL, and she'll be here to give us a mid-year update. Kelby Wallace, who is the Jackson Transportation Service Club manager with Michigan Department of Transportation, will be here. He's got some projects that are already underway in Jackson during this super cold weather. We continue our Meet the JTV staff, and today it's a double feature. We have our receptionists, Trish Lafier and Dana Vance. Jacob Gates from the Frank Center for the Arts, talking about his Ice, Wine, Beers, and Blues Festival that's coming up. And we'll take you across the street with a visit with Experience Jackson to Axe Play. All here today on JTV. We're very grateful you're with us. Thanks. And we get started with Melissa Bradfield right after this.